StephenCLundin, Fish, a proven way to boost morale and improve results. Welcome to the engaging and impactful world of a fish, a proven way to boost morale and improve results by StephenCLundin. This captivating book tells the story of Mary Jane Ramirez, a woman who faces major life challenges while managing a team of 30 employees at First Guarantee Financial. The book navigates her journey through personal loss and the struggle of transforming the negative work environment of her team into a positive, lively, and efficient one. Along the way, Mary Jane discovers 4 essential secrets of a successful workplace from the world-famous Pike Place fish market. These secrets hold the power to alter attitude, performance, and overall job satisfaction, offering newfound meaning to the world of work. Prepare to unlock the secrets to a happy, motivated, and thriving work environment in this enlightening book summary.
Moving on from loss. Mary Jane Ramirez's life was perfect until her husband Dan passed away from a burst aneurysm after they moved to Seattle. 2 years later, Mary Jane still struggled to accept Dan's passing. However, she found solace in her job as a supervisor at First Guarantee Financial. When she was unexpectedly promoted to the manager of the operations group on the toxic waste dump, 3rd floor, Mary Jane felt dread. The previous 2 people in that position left within 2 years. Mary Jane wanted to change the atmosphere and help the employees on the 3rd floor be more responsive, pleasant, and positive. Mary Jane turned to the insights from a Spirit in the Workplace conference and began her mission to transform the 3rd floor. Toxic energy dump. Mary Jane's management of the 3rd floor was a disaster, with employees displaying zombie behavior. She realized most were only there for salary, security, and benefits. When her boss called the floor a toxic energy dump, Mary Jane knew her job was on the line. She had to figure out a way to turn things around before her meeting at 2:30 p.m. Finding joy in unconventional places. Mary Jane stumbles upon the Pike Place fish market and witnesses the workers' contagious energy and joy. Despite her initial reservations, she opens up to Lonnie, who reveals the secret to the market's success and how it changed his life for the better. Mary Jane's decision to forego the cafeteria leads her to stumble upon the Pike Place fish market. Initially startled by the large crowd, she becomes captivated by the workers' contagious energy, joy, and unique way of selling. From a salmon being thrown 20 feet to a worker teasing a small boy with a fish head, the workers' enthusiasm and laughter fill the air. Despite her reservations, Mary Jane opens up to a worker named Lonnie about her toxic work environment. Lonnie reveals that working at the fish market saved his life and shares the secret to their success. The workers choose their attitude and bring their best selves to work every day, disregarding their personal issues. Mary Jane leaves with a newfound perspective, realizing that joy and fulfillment can be found in unconventional places and that we have the power to choose our attitudes in any situation. Attitude is everything. Mary Jane learns that attitude is the key to doing exciting work from her chat with Lonnie, who shares the fish market secret. According to Lonnie, there is always a choice about the way you do your work, even if there is not a choice about the work itself. Mary Jane recalls her grandmother's way of making dishwashing fun, and Lonnie emphasizes that attitude is the core of the philosophy. Choosing your attitude and acting like a victim are mutually exclusive. Lessons from a fish market. Mary Jane learns valuable lessons from Lonnie, the fish market owner, about the importance of involving children in work and the role of play in business. During a visit to the fish market, Mary Jane brought her children, and Lonnie involved them in the work. As they sat down to talk, Mary Jane asked Lonnie about the other secrets to his business success. Instead of telling her directly, Lonnie encouraged Mary Jane to ask her children about their experience at the market. Her son Brad revealed the second secret, play. Lonnie emphasized that businesses could focus on being serious about business while still having fun. Mary Jane realized that the fish market was like a playground with adult kids at recess. This led her to consider bringing play into her own workplace. The third secret to customer satisfaction. Lonnie shares with Mary Jane the third secret to exceptional customer service: being customer-centered. This means that customers should feel just as important as the workers, and their experience should be equally enjoyable. Engaging the customers is key to making their day, as seen in the fish market where workers smile, welcome people, and throw fish. Mary Jane believes that the third floor at First Guarantee can also adopt this approach, even though it might be challenging. The fourth secret. Over hot chocolate and sweet rolls, Lonnie tells Mary Jane the fourth secret of the fish market's customer-centered philosophy. Employees must not only be fully engaged in their work but also focused on the customer. The key is to be present. Mary Jane understands the importance of this after a negative experience at a local supermarket. Now armed with the complete fish philosophy, she returns to try it out. Implementing the fish philosophy. Mary Jane applies the fish philosophy to improve the overall atmosphere and productivity on the third floor of her workplace. She took her employees on a field trip to a fish market and organized staff meetings to discuss their insights. Her team then broke into 4 groups, each taking responsibility for implementing one element of the philosophy. The teams presented their ideas for implementation, which included incorporating play, identifying and addressing customer complaints, being present in the moment, and choosing one's attitude. The staff was advised to reflect on these concepts over the weekend and bring their thoughts to the next meeting. The fish philosophy became a massive success, and the workplace was positively transformed.
In A Fish, a proven way to boost morale and improve results, we follow Mary Jane Ramirez as she faces the daunting task of turning a gloomy, underperforming team into a motivated, customer-centric, and high-performing one. The book highlights the power of 4 pivotal secrets derived from Pike Place Fish Market: choose your attitude, play, make their day, and be present. These secrets allow Mary Jane and her team to create a vibrant, purposeful, and growth-oriented work atmosphere, leading to positive transformation and success at the workplace. As a result, Mary Jane not only revolutionizes her own team but shares the knowledge of the fish philosophy to inspire and empower coworkers and readers alike. Immerse yourself in these valuable insights to create lasting change in your professional and personal life.